Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, so that means it is time for a weigh-in and meeting topic. I'm going to make this short because you can hear it in my voice. I've got a little cold. I did take a test for COVID last night, and it was negative. I may test again in a day or two. I really don't think that's what this is. I think it's just a little summer cold, but we'll see. Anyway, let's start with weigh-in. I was expecting a loss, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect a big loss, but I expected a loss, and I had a gain. It's 0.4, so that's maintenance, but I just wasn't expecting that. I really thought I'd lose just a little bit. I expected to lose about 0.4, so that was a little disappointing, but it's fine, and we'll just keep on going, and the scale will catch up eventually. As long as you have those good habits and that consistency, the scale catches up. Andrew did not weigh in this week because he did not take a scale with him to school. We forgot it. If he comes home this weekend, he's going to take it back with him. He says he's doing pretty well. All this week, breakfast and lunch are provided, and breakfast has been bagels, and lunch one day was Panera bread, the next day was pizza. He probably went a little overboard on the pizza, but it is what it is. But he said, he had weeklies to use, so that's fine. He said he is not snacking at all. There's just no time, and there's not a lot of snacks in their apartment. So he said that's been a really good thing. They've just been so busy, he said he hasn't thought about it. So I'm glad to hear that. So that's my weigh-in, up 0.4. Like I said, it is what it is. And it'll come off as long as I stay consistent, and that's what I plan to do. So let's get right into the weekly meeting topic. How to find your go-to foods. Everybody has those foods that they reach for time and time again, whether they're healthy or they're not quite healthy. Face it, we all do. If I could reach for ice cream every minute of every day, I would. Hence the reason I do not keep it in the house. But let's see what they have to say. Quick, name one food you couldn't live without on your weight loss journey. Probably eggs. Eggs, yeah. Probably my 0-point proteins, lumping them all into the same category. Eggs, fish, and chicken. Got it? Congrats. You just found your first go-to. We can't control every situation, but having foods you can reach for, no matter what, can be a game changer when it comes to staying on track. Here's how to find some more. Think about what makes something a go-to food for you. Your checklist could include that it's personal points friendly, that it's something you enjoy cooking, something that's easy to find and stock up on, something that fits into your grocery budget, something that aligns with your health conditions or dietary needs, or anything else that's important to you. So yes, your go-to foods are important. They do not have to be a 0-point food though. They don't. Weight Watchers gives us points to spend, and we need to spend them. To eat a healthy, balanced diet, you have to spend points. You cannot eat a healthy, balanced diet by doing nothing but 0-point foods. We need healthy fats and oils in our diet. They all have points. We need some complex carbs in our diet. Most of them have points if you don't select certain things as a 0-point food. We need dairy in our diet. Once again, not a 0-point food. So really look at what you're eating. Make sure you're eating balanced and get the most out of your points buck that you possibly can. I see all the time on my Facebook groups and in my comments, I'm so bored with my food, I keep going off plan. Well, why are you bored with your food? Well, I pretty much every night for dinner have, like baked chicken and vegetables. Every night? Yeah, pretty much every night. Do you do a sauce or anything on it? Oh, no, because then it would be points. So if you're eating a 0-point dinner every single night, where are you spending your points? Are you spending them on junk food? Because if so, that's really not the intention of this plan. I know Weight Watchers does not give us a whole lot of information about that. You know, they say you can eat anything, and yes, you can eat anything. You can eat anything in moderation, and you can eat the fun stuff or the unhealthy treats and junk food, but not every day. Do not be saving all of your points so you can have a big bowl of ice cream every day. No. Because then it's not a special treat anymore. It's expected, and you just keep wanting more and more. Save your points, yes, for a special treat, maybe weekly, maybe every 2 weeks. You have to eat a healthy, balanced diet, and the only way you're going to do that is by spending your points. Look at what you're eating and look at why you are eating it. Look at what you are eating to start your day off. If every day you are having pancakes or French toast or something like that, it's fine once in a while, but not every day. You're not getting in those vital, nutrient-dense foods that you need to start your day and fuel your body and start your fat burn for the day. And you're probably not staying full. You need to start your day with a good, healthy, nutrient-dense breakfast. Believe me, I love a baked French toast or, something like that as much as anyone. Not every day, because it's not healthy. It's not going to keep you full. It's not going to give your body the fuel that it needs. Everybody says, oh, eat eggs. They're so full of protein. They are, but it's not extra protein. What is it, like 12 grams of protein in an egg? You need to pair that with more protein to start your body right, to kickstart your day, and to fuel your body so it will fight the fat. This is a totally off tangent thing. I don't know why I did that. Let's get back to the subject at hand. So it says, now identify 3 to 4 foods that check any of these boxes. Maybe it's on your 0-point food list, your favorite protein, or a quick cook option. Let's talk about 0-point foods for a minute. You've heard me say this before, but 0-point foods are not an all-you-can-eat buffet. If you look in your app, if you go to track a 0-point food, and I am a firm believer that you should track 0-point foods because all food has calories and calories add up. You could eat 3,000 calories just in 0-point foods in a day if you let yourself. You could. So track those 0-point foods. Look in the app. Put your chicken in. What does it say when you put in grilled boneless, skinless breast? 3 ounces. That is the suggested serving size from WW. What does it say for watermelon? 1 cup. Not a whole watermelon. Guilty. The WW app gives you suggested serving sizes. You need to look at those. And yes, can we vary from them? Absolutely. 3 ounces of chicken is not going to do it for me. 5 ounces of chicken is my sweet spot. Then take those 0-point foods, watch your portions on them, and then build on them. If you want to have baked chicken and vegetables, that's fine. You're going to get bored if you have it every day. So start finding different ways to make it a little bit more exciting. Maybe make a sauce. Maybe cook it in some kind of creamy white sauce or tomato sauce, or serve it over rice. Don't be afraid to use your points. That's what they are there for. Trust me, if you use your points, you're going to be happier, you're going to be more satiated, and you're going to be more successful. Because if you think you can live on 0-point foods, you can't. You can't. You're going to get bored, and then you're going to binge. So find those go-to foods. Keep them in your arsenal because they are important. But don't be afraid to change them up a little bit. We eat a lot of salmon in this house, And very rarely is it plain. There's always a sauce or a drizzle or a rub or a coating or something on it. And that's what makes it delicious. That's what keeps us happy, satisfied, satiated, and not going back to look for something else. So find those go-to foods. It doesn't have to be a 0-point food. Nope, it doesn't. It can be something that has points, but is, friendly with the points. I love steak. I love steak. A 4-ounce sirloin, which is enough for me if I pair it with a nice baked potato or some rice and veggies. But it's like 4 points for a nice lean sirloin steak. I think that's a pretty good value for nutrient-dense food, especially if you are eating good grass-fed, grass-finished beef. It is so nutrient-dense and so good for you that it's going to keep you full and satiated. It may even keep you, spending those 4 points may keep you fuller and more satiated than spending 0 points on a piece of chicken. I know for me, it does sometimes, not all the time, because don't get me wrong, I love my chicken. But sometimes you just want or need something else, and it's okay to spend the points on that. If that is a food that you are craving, that you want, that is a go-to for you, we just have to fit it in. I love pancakes. I love sourdough pancakes, and I try to fit them in at least once a week. They are not a 0-point food, but they are a go-to food for me because they are quick, they are easy, and it's something that's accessible to me all the time. Pizza is another go-to of mine. I know that sounds crazy, but I can whip up a homemade pizza in no time. If I don't have anything thawed for dinner, if I forgot about dinner, I don't worry about doing a yeasted crust. Sometimes I'll just use my sourdough starter and make a crust from that. And that's all it is sourdough starter. There's nothing else in it. So that is a quick go-to because I always have that. I always have cheese, and I can find something else to throw on there. So your go-to foods don't have to be 0 points. It just has to be something that's easy, accessible to you, and will keep you on plan. Ice cream is not going to be a go-to food because it's not going to keep you full. It's not going to keep you satiated. It's not nutrient dense. It's not going to give you those nutrients that your body needs to be fueled. That's a special treat food, even though we'd all love it to be a go-to food. Can you tell I'm a little obsessed with ice cream? And then you have to figure out how you're going to use these foods if you find yourself in a sticky situation. Plan for a few hypotheticals so you'll be prepared for whatever comes your way. Their example is, I'll ask my friend if they're planning to serve grilled chicken at their barbecue. If they're not, I'll bring some to share with everyone. And that's fine too. Personally, if I'm going to a barbecue, I want a burger and I will plan for it, but that's okay. That's my go-to. But you have to have a plan. Just like I talked about my homemade pizza. I get in a sticky situation where I don't have anything prepared. I forgot to thaw something. We were out all day. That is a go-to solution for me. So sometimes they may be not what you think. Really sit down and make a list. Make a list of your favorite meals and then look at them. They may be great go-tos that you can have in your arsenal. It says, let's dive a little deeper. Don't get us wrong. We're all about experimenting with new foods and flavors, but sometimes reliable is where it's at. You know, that one chicken recipe that never gets old, or the whole grain crackers you buy every single time you go to the store. Finding foods you can reach for without a second thought about taste or how it'll impact your budget can help tackle any situation with total confidence. Fruit is another huge go-to food for me, especially in the summer. I love fruit. I do. I always keep fruit on hand. I keep it ready to go. I keep it washed. Or if it's something like cantaloupe or watermelon, I keep it cut up in the fridge. Same with veggies. I keep them prepped at all times. Because if I open the fridge or look on my counter in my thing and see a carrot that's already peeled, cut, washed, I'll go for that. If I have to take it out and peel it and cut it and wash it and all that, chances are I'm going to go for the easy thing, which is a handful of pretzels. Not nearly as good for me, but easier. So prep stuff to make it easier, to make it a go-to food. There's nothing wrong with cutting up your veggies and keeping them in the fridge in a jar, like with a little bit of water. Carrot sticks and celery sticks are perfect standing up in a jar of water. Broccoli is fine in a jar, in a bowl, in the fridge. Or do what I do and put out the platter on your counter with ice under it and put your veggies in there. If you have them ready to go, you're more likely to eat them. The same with fruit. Have things ready to go and ready to eat that you can grab, so you're not grabbing the foods that are empty calories, the crackers, the chips, the pretzels. They're empty calories and have no nutrients, and they're going to leave you wanting more. If you eat the fruits and the veggies and even lean meat, a lot of times we have chicken in there just cubed up, ready for chicken salad or just ready for anything. If you eat those nutrient-dense foods, it's going to fill you, it's going to keep you satiated, and it's going to fuel you more than a handful of pretzels. Like I said, nothing wrong with some pretzels now and then, but don't make that a food that you're going to go for and reach when you are hungry. Because that's more of a munchy snack than a hunger snack, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm making much sense today. This cold is clouding my head. It says, think of your go-tos like that emergency umbrella you keep in your car. Sure, a surprise rain shower isn't the most fun, but because you have an umbrella on hand, you probably aren't as worried about it, right? The same thing goes for these foods and times when things could get a little stormy. Maybe you're running low on points, ordering at a restaurant you didn't choose, or just feeling hungry between planned meals. No matter where you are in your journey, treat your go-to foods as anchors to keep you steady on the path to your goal. So yeah, pretty much I agree with this. You need those quick fix go-tos. And like I said, make them something healthy. Make them something that's going to fill and satisfy you, not empty calories or empty carbs or empty whatever. Make them nutrient dense, because I'm guaranteeing you if you do, it's going to satisfy you a lot longer. So that is it, my friends. That is it for this week. The weigh-in and topic, like I said, I am up 0.4. Happens. My plan is to have that plus a little bit more off next week. Hopefully, if Andrew comes home this weekend, we will get his scale to him and he can continue to weigh in, because I think it's good for him to do that. Just, sometimes you think you're doing so good and you might not be. So my friends, that is it. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend it with this frog-voiced lady. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love you to hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload. I will leave a couple videos linked over here, and you can go and watch them while you are waiting for the latest upload. I had planned on doing a full day of eating today, but honestly, when I don't feel well, I don't really eat too much, so we'll see how that goes. If not, I will be back Friday with a menu plan and grocery haul. Grocery haul. I do have a little grocery haul. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will talk to you all very soon.